Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this video we will be recreating this nail design. So the nail tips that I'm using are the mascara almond medium nail tips, and I've already buffed and prepped my nails. So first I'm going in with a rubber base. This just gives the nails an extra layer of strength. I found that when I do this, it works better than just using a normal base coat instead. So I can just use a rubber base coat that gives it that extra layer of protection before putting my gel coat. Now I'm taking this nude base from Bling Girl 008 and I'm putting it on all the nails except for the middle finger, which will have a different color. So I did one coat on camera and I did a second coat off camera. I'm going in with this pink color that I got from this gel brand. I can't pronounce the name because it's in a different language, but it's this really pink, dark pink color, and I'm just gonna put 2 coats of that and cure it in the lamp. Now I'm taking my matte top coat and I'm putting it on the middle finger and the ring finger, and I'm curing that in the lamp both for 30 seconds. For the middle finger, I decided to go in with an aura design, but because I don't have an airbrush, I decided to use acrylic powder, which is another good way to get your aura if you don't have an airbrush. I'm using this old eyeshadow brush that I got from an eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to be using this to create my aura effect. So what you want to do is you dip your brush into the acrylic powder and you start dabbing it in the middle of your nail. You need to keep on doing that until you start to see the color start to reflect in the middle of the nail. And once you're happy with that, you take your brush and you dust away all the excess powder, and you take your matte top coat and you apply a thin layer over the color and you cure it in the lamp for 30 seconds. And if you want a more reflective or a deeper tone or color in the middle, you can just continue doing the process over and over until you're satisfied. For the ring finger, I wanted to do a chrome nail design. So I'm taking my mini buffer and I'm going to buff the nail surface of the nail to just remove the shine. Even though it has matte top coat on it, you still want to go over and remove the shine. Now everyone does it differently when it comes to chrome, but this is how I like it. So once you're done buffing the nail, I'm just gonna wipe it off with alcohol. For my chrome design, I went in with black and top coat and mixed it together, and I'm just drawing my nail design. Now this chrome palette I got from my local beauty supply, and I'm using the gold one. So I'm going to take my chrome with the small eyeshadow applicator and I'm going to rub it all over the nail, and as you can see it's just sticking to the black and not the rest of the nail. And then when I'm done with that, I take my small brush, dust brush, and I rub the excess chrome off the nail. For this nail, I just decided to do a simple white border around the nail. Now here what I'm explaining is what I did on the thumb, I'm gonna do on the pinky nail, but just off camera because it is really hard to do a French tip while recording. But here they are side by side and they look amazing. So for the thumb design, I wanted to do the seashell design but without the 3D gel. So to make this effect happen, I went over with the white gel again on the French tip, and I took that same color that I used on the middle finger and I just went across the nail side by side to create that effect. And I also used a little bit of white gel polish as well to just blend the colors in more. For the small nail, I wanted to do a zebra print, but instead of using black gel polish like we normally do it, I decided to use the same colors that I used on the thumb and use that on the small nail. For this nail, I also wanted to include the white outline that I also created on the middle finger. For the 3D flower, I'm going to be using this solid bond that I got from Planet Nails, but because I don't have the 3D gel, the one with the different colors, I decided to go in with some red acrylic color, and I'm going to pour it over the 3D ball, and I'm going to kind of blend it in so that it can give me that red effect that I'm looking for. Once I'm done blending in the color, I'm going to roll out the 3D gel and just split it into 4 small balls so I can put it on top of the nail to create the 3D flower. To create the 3D flower, it's very simple and very straightforward. All you need to do is just place the 3D gel in the shape that you want it to be. So you can either do 5 petals if you want, or even more, but I decided to do 4. So you just place them where you want them, and with your silicone tool and With your silicone tool, the one that I'm using here in the video, you're just going to use that to start forming the petals. And another good thing is to dip your silicone tool in acetone so that your 3D gel doesn't stick to the gel. And you just need to start forming the petals in the middle, and you'll see that it will start to form in a form of a flower. But if you are just starting out with using 3D gel and creating flowers, I would suggest to do one petal at a time and then cure it and then go on to the next petal. But I'm really happy with how this nail set is coming out so far, and the 3D flower, which is really, really pretty. For the nail where I did the chrome, I like to go over it with a thin layer of hard builder gel because I've noticed that it really keeps it shine before you put your top coat, because that's just my preference. But if you put your top coat on and it doesn't become very flaky or whatever, that's fine. But for me, I like to put a thin layer of hard builder gel and then go in with my top coat. Now I'm going in with top coat on all of the nails, and that is your finished design. I'm really happy with how these nails turned out.